Welcome back to the show. I am Mr.A, the Double RT Boxing Show. Your show, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. I'm just the host. And what a boxing clinic. A clinic. It makes perfect sense since this is a boxing rehab center for us boxing junkies. We see a clinic. Savannah Marshall put on a fucking clinic. McCarthy, he's he's down. That's two fights I really seen of him. I thought he was gonna lose this fight because he's a late starter. I thought Laggoune was gonna come into better shape. What is Marshall saying? The Double RT Boxing Show. Well, can we hit the volume button, please? Oh shit!
Is it fair to say that professional boxing is not the smooth ride that you thought it would be when you started out? And are there times where you thought this moment might not happen?
100%. I've learned
I always thought her signing with Mayweather, Marshall, was a Mayweather just taking a stab at Clarissa Shields. Detroit, Flint, Michigan. He didn't sign her. He signed the girl who beat her. It's some type of stab. No fights with her. He just signed her. I think the night of that McGregor shit. Oh man, well I don't want to hear no thanks speech. But anyway, she put on a nice little clinic, peppered. First thing I gotta say, to watching that fight, why can't Hughie Fury do this? You know, I seen Tyson Fury fight like that. She fights like that. Peter Fury, I like Peter Fury now. I don't feel like fuck it. I listen to it again on the Zone. Um, he coached her well, round by round. Told her don't load up on the shots. Good fight. Good night combinations were flying. Good step around movement. Hannah Rankin just was a 1-2 heavy cement footed fighter that was just volume and just outskilled. It's gonna be tough. I want someone who's gonna just take the jab, because it was obvious Marshall was probably like in gear 3. I don't know how you say it, gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. Did she ever get out of, was this gear 1? Was she gear 2, gear 3? Because what is it? Is it you change gears when you gets tough, or when you just relax? You change gears. I don't know, but she was in chill mode, man. As far as Laggoune and McCarthy, Laggoune, I had the fight 116-112. I had Laggoune winning the first 3 in rounds 11. You know, there's some ugly rounds with 9 and 10. Maybe you could have gave him one of those. But he started out, Laggoune that is, really fast from the get-go. And then I noticed like around round 3, Laggoune won the first 2 rounds, first 2 minutes, but McCarthy won that third one, the third round, the third minute. I mean, and going into the fourth, he started looking tired, and from there the fight was just all McCarthy. Even though the first 3 I gave it to Laggoune, I said he won the first 2 minutes of each the first, I guess you say, first 2 minutes of the first 3 rounds, but he always kind of fell off. But it really starts showing round 6, round 7, and McCarthy. That's like I said. This is the second time I really saw him. The first fight I really saw him live, besides the research I was doing on him. The motherfucker starts late. Like, he gets real comfortable around 5. On the fights I watched him on the YouTube research, and then doing this, He starts off, and they say, they're saying like, oh, the dude has a good amateur background. He has it. He has ups and downs. His losses, good losses. I seen the Askins, Matty Askin. When I was covering Matty Askin, I know that fight. Um, his combinations he lets fly pretty well. You know, he definitely has the right length. He takes a pretty decent shot, and he just in be, in between seventh and eighth round, he sat down. I'm tired. What round is it? So, like I said, is it a little bit of the COVID camps got a little people out of condition? Laggoune looked kind of like shit. He didn't look like the greatest condition. Like I said, he'll start off hot first 2 minutes and just die out the third minute. But going into like the fifth round, he just couldn't even last like the first minute and a half. It was pretty weird, man. And that sixth round about him turning and oh my eye, what's wrong with my eye? Man, I knew instantly what it was. I knew instantly what was wrong with that dude's eye. I bet, dude, I knew it, and at the end of the fight, you could hear him say it. It was his fucking hair products, man. That dude came in with some like grease or oil in his hair, and as he got hit, that motherfucker got hit in the eye. That sweat dripped in his eye. He couldn't see. That's why when the referee was getting ready to hold their hands for the decision, they were looking over and you hear Laggoune's all like my hair in my eye and McCarthy's all like on his grabbing shit off his chest like look it's on my fucking chest, bro. You're fucking oily ass motherfucker saying something was in your eyes. You don't hear your hair products, you bitch. But that was where this like, can I just wash my eyes? He stopped the fight to get his hair product out of his eye. Like no, you can't wash your eye out. That would have been crazy to see that fight in that way because that was for the European cruiserweight title. The Laggoune is like what number 7 in the IBF, right? So McCarthy it should at least crack the top 15 at least. Dude, that's I want to say there's a belt. There's a nice little belt in here. A nice um some type of national or there's a McCarthy just might have said hello to the world. You know, the world might have to accept that McCarthy has stepped into the party. They're like, who the fuck are you? He goes, oh, you need to see my pass? You need to see my pass? Murat Gassiev won, according to BoxRec. Alright. Where are we at? I thought Laggoune had a belt. I thought he had like an IBF. He had the intercontinental. Who has the intercontinental IBF belt now? Let's check it out here. Yuri Kanishki. Okay. Laggoune gave it up. They want to pay those sanctioning fees. The Double RT Boxing Show. McCarthy, EBU heavy cruiserweight champion. Get his conditioning down. Start off. He waits too long as the counterpuncher. Um, no jab. He saw a lot of fights, no jab. What could have happened if Turiano Johnson had a fucking jab last night, you know? So, McCarthy needs to, because his counter jab was fucking nice. You know, he'll get jabbed and he'll come back with the counter jab. His counter work is good. He seems to, like I said, around round 4 or 5, he gets fluid and he starts boxing like Savannah Marshall. You know, starts moving, starts getting confident, doing shit like that. So it's surprising that he doesn't start from the get go. He has to get hit in the face a couple times, and then in round 12, he was really on his feet moving, just like at the end of the last fight I watched him. So If he could get his condition down and get a really good pace of mixing all that style, he'll be. I think he's better than this domestic level. I think he could definitely. How old is he? How old is he? If he gets his head together, I think he has a nice skill set. He takes a pretty decent punch. At least by his people he's been hit by that I've seen, which is never a good thing. But I gotta watch him against Rakbo because I didn't see that fight. And his ass got tossed in round 4, of course, because he starts off so fucking slow. He's 29 years old. I have to check that out, but he could be promising. See if he could do a rematch with that. Even though I haven't seen it, so but I like his skill set. I like his skill set. I'll definitely probably be willing to pick him again or pick him the Double RT Boxing Show. That was a good fight. 2 good matches. Waiting for Camboso. Stay tuned.